So now we come to something, and as you've watched TLTV and probably followed on YouTube, Twitter, I love Meursault. So Meursault and me are a endless passion. And Meursault as well is 100% Chardonnay. And the previous wine really reminded me of this. So this is a Meursault Le Grand Charrons van Michel, Bouzereau et Fils. And it is from the Côte d'Or. And it is 13 volume percent alcohol. Price point is around 60 francs, around 50 euros. So let's have some fun.
The wine from Switzerland was only 18 euros.
That's why it got 95 and it's really good. So let's have some Meursault, because Meursault is one of those things, Yves, where it has the nose, and the Blasé Meursault, so to speak, has a very similar nose.
Yeah, sure. What is really impressive here is the character. The wine is shining.
Yes.
And the wine is a kind of master of nose.
It does. It has the popcorn factor. I always say cinema wine. It's popcorn. I love it.
Okay, so we could make some advertisement. It's usually done during this. No, but I think this is a kind of monument where when I talk about these kind of wines, I have to be careful, because I get very, very enthusiastic.
Be enthusiastic. So
yeah,
please.
Sure. But I also need to be, a reference who is not just getting enthusiastic by every wine. But here it's difficult to keep things under control.
This is fantastic.
Because I think this is absolutely great. This is very, very much expression. It's the terroir is talking, the ground, the earth is talking, the winemaker is talking, the grapes are talking. You just have to listen to it.
It is like a complete symbiosis in the glass.
Yeah,
everything is united. Yeah. It's like an orchestra playing a very emotional, intensive, passionate piece of music, but at the same time it's relaxing. This is a Meursault, the nose.
Well, this is also where the wine drinker and the wine taster can let their fantasy talk a bit.
Yes.
When I talk about fantasy, I'm not talking about things which are not real. I'm just talking about the impressions you get. When you're just having this wine under your nose, you can talk about several fruits, several aromas, and nothing is wrong. No one will be able to tell you you're wrong. Maybe you're the one smelling something which other people are not able to, and no one will be able to tell you you're wrong if you like this.
Yes.
On the other hand, people can help you understanding that, well, okay, it's good, but this wine is better, and then you have an opportunity to see a difference where you can say, okay, my statement was this wine is good, but now obviously the next wine is better.
Yes.
So this is also a process. I don't like it when we're trying to tell people what is right or wrong in wine. Of course, we can help them understanding what is wrong or right, as long as there is something wrong or right. So basically, people make the choice. At the very end, the most important point is that you are enjoying the wine.
It is about pleasure, and this is something, this gives a lot of pleasure.
This gives a lot, but pleasure is not something which you just get free.
No, you have to
Pleasure
work
is
for
something which is very worthful. You
it. But you get it with one
you have to you grow with that.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's the question: how deep do you want to go in this matter, in this topic? And there is where people like me, wine critics, can give some references, advices.
It is an indicator.
An indicator, absolutely.
And this is where the part where I can only say, if you have the pleasure, please get this. Try as well the Meursault. I don't know.
I let him talk and show him.
So, but this is just this is fantastic Meursault from a scoring perspective. Middle 90s, 94, easy. What do you say, Yves?
Well, you see, this also shows how complex it can be to score a wine, because I was talking about the monument of Chardonnay. I was talking about the great wine, and we just had wine from Bouzereau before tasting this wine, where there are huge price differences, but we also have to be honest. This is 2013.
Yes.
This is 2014.
It's very young.
It's very young, and in this configuration, I'm also pretty high, between 94 and 95, 95 points.
95 it is, because this is big Meursault.
Yeah, and this is what fascinates me actually, when you have two wines from totally different areas being able to show that much authenticity, character.
They're very individual, and there's something, and I'm quoting Ratatouille, the movie now, where they say, this has perspective. These are wines with perspective. Where the food critic in the movie says, show me some perspective. This is perspective. It's fantastic. And that moves us now on to the last one, and which is a Corton-Charlemagne Grand Cru from Bonneau du Martray. It's a 2007, and they produced some very interesting wines in 2007. As 2007 was a very difficult year. Actually, this is interesting. In France, not all, but 77, 87, 97, 2007. Pretty much all years with a 7 have been challenging. And this is a part where I'm looking forward to see what you think.
Well, 47 was pretty okay.
47 was above average. And it's like, it is something where this is as well 100% Chardonnay. And I hope you like it. The price point for this particular wine is around 130 francs. And I'm not clouding your judgment, but it's it is a little bit more expensive, but let's see if it delivers. Because price with wine means at the end nothing. You can get some very nice things, but this is a rarity. There's not many bottles produced. It's 100% Chardonnay, so let's have a swirl, let's have a taste.
You know, the price is just... What is the price of a wine? The price of a wine is the price you're ready to pay for.
It's a very individual thing.
It's something which is really individual, and I think it's the question is, do we talk about prices of wine? And I usually prefer to talk about the wine, especially when I don't pay it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. But wow, this is very elegant in the mouth. It has a really nice mouthfeel. You get like the citrus, you get some of the nuttiness, some hazelnut. It has like a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter. The nose is almost like a little bit of latex, interestingly enough. It is really nice. It has the oakiness, the wonderful toastiness. This is a wine, and I wonder what do you think of this? Because you've gone very quiet, so this must be...
Well, there's nothing to add. You said everything.
No, that's impossible. That's impossible.
It's pretty older than all the other wines we had. This is the oldest wine. It's 8 years old now.
Yes.
So it shows that Chardonnay is a grape which is able to be enjoyed as a young wine, but also which has a huge ability to age.
Absolutely.
When the wine is that good,
it's difficult.
Many of the bottles won't be able to survive. This is a good sign, actually. You know, of course, we talk about how can this wine age.
Yes.
This is an important point. On the other hand, as long as you love the wine, don't worry about how long it can age. Just enjoy the wine because you like it. So no one should tell you, okay, it's too young. Sure, it might be too young, but if you like it,
Yves, it's an individual
just enjoy.
thing, because wines, when some people say it's prêt à boire, it's ready to drink, that is an individual thing. You might like your wines a little bit over-ripened. It's like with cheese. You might like them in a different stage, so you just wait until they're ready for you. So always buy at least 12 bottles, and you can try
the
them out.
winemakers like that kind of statement. But I think it's pretty obvious, because if you have several bottles, why the first of all is enjoy it. But of course, if you have enough, why not let a few bottles by side and see what happens?
Absolutely.
This is a good point, and the wine has really surprisingly ability to age, and it's just important not to miss the point where the wine has reached its maximum.
It is absolutely key. And now we come to one of the big points. How would you score this, Yves? Because this is big. Because we had this is a very interesting lineup of wines. It's like, it is really a very broad range. I have something in my head, but I want to hear, because Yves has been underway in the wine world, and something I appreciate very much about Yves' expertise. He is brutally honest with a lot of expertise. Where if you read his books, if you see his tasting notes, it is something where I have a lot of admiration, because I really appreciate his perspective on how you view wine. So how do you view this?
You know, scoring a wine is not necessarily telling this is the best wine. It needs... I give you a very easy example. I don't like Gewürztraminer. This is not my grape.
Thank God I didn't bring 6 bottles of Gewürztraminer tonight.
I think we would not sit here together. No, so I don't like Gewürztraminer. But I scored Gewürztraminer from Jean-Paul Schmidt from Alsace with 100 points. Because this wine was just fabulous.
It was technically fabulous.
It was absolutely fantastic, and there was no choice for me, because I realized this wine is just beautiful. So I have to be honest with myself and honest with you, because you don't care if I like or if I don't like. You just want to know, is this wine good or is this wine not good? Why should I score a wine like this wine, which is very much on the filigrane side, you know, on the fine side. It's not an explosion.
It's very different from the Meursault.
So how is my interpretation about this fine wine? Should I take points off because it's not a bomb, because it's not just a whoa like that? So I have also to act differently. I will taste again.
Okay.
I wonder how will these both wines be when they have the age of that one.
Yes.
But as we cannot see in the future, not yet, I have to judge the wine now. And here that kind of wine takes a bit more time to be judged. There are different factors, you know, different approaches. Like I said, first of all, we won't talk about the quality because the wine is absolutely great. From my point of view, it has reached a certain level. I think it will be able to reach a little bit more. It has a very good acidity, and acidity, I said it a few minutes ago, acidity is absolutely important for aging. On the other hand, the fruit seems to be at its highest level. I wouldn't wait too long to drink the wine. I will score this wine with 95 points.
I think I can only agree. I was thinking 94, 95, and these are all great ambassadors. And if you have a chance, please try them out. Yves, I'm going to give you a little bit more of the wine, the last one that we have, to have a small cheers, because then we're going to record the German version of this episode.
Oh,
yeah. Everything. This is
Okay.
the great thing with he speaks so many languages and the expertise in wine. I'm going to close this one off. First of all, thank you very much for watching. Yves, thank you very much for your expertise, your passion, and your insight you've provided to the wines. I hope we see Yves again in many more episodes to come, because he lives in Twann. It is a wine region with exceptional, interesting wines. The Chardonnay here shows that what Mr. Schott has created, an absolutely, let's say, phenomenal. And on that note, Yves, thank you very much. And,
Thank you, Remy.
And I close off as always. I wish you wonderful wines, wonderful food, wonderful people, and phenomenal wine discussions. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again
Cheers.
soon. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.